Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins here. We got a special report for you tonight. Earlier today, I received multiple emails from sources around the world in regards to a sighting that happened over Montreal, Canada. Luminescent green lights were seen over an airport over there, and we're going to break it down. This is kind of breaking news. We've got multiple photographs, multiple videos coming in from Espresso News and other multiple sources. And to me, it seems something might have happened over Canada. And we have special guests tonight, Rich from Goof On. He's done some research and looking into this enigma, this event that just happened within the past 12 hours. What's going on? Buckle up, everybody. Blake Cousins, this is Third Phase of Moon. Appreciate everybody in the live premiere tonight. Let's get to it. Rich, I know you were aware of this. This is kind of happening in liquid time. This is relevant. What's going on? First, when I looked at this video, I was kind of concerned whether this could be CGI manipulated, coming from a source from Espresso News, but really not giving links back. What was your first impressions of this video before we get to the photographs?
Well, first impressions were this is not real. This looks totally fake. And then I saw some photographs where we're not talking about them yet, but it made me think twice about whether this is CGI or not. And looking at the video, it looks like a lot of CGI. So I was thinking, well, this is CGI. It's got to be. There's no way it isn't. The light doesn't bleed out like it normally does. I'm seeing the fuzziness of it, but then you look a little further into the video and it's foggy. So my first initial thought was CGI.
You know, I was thinking the same thing. I wasn't really going to touch it until I received other photographs from different sources, and you yourself have received other sources and other photographs to possibly corroborate this event. And as I'm looking into the video now a little closer, understanding that there's these photographs going around, let's hope more videos show up. But yeah, you're right. It was foggy that night. The luminescent kind of apparition behind these orbs are interesting to behold, and sometimes things just seem otherworldly or out of place under these atmospheric conditions. Looking back at this video, it could be CGI, but then again, with these multiple sources and photographs, and now I'm wondering what's going to happen next. I'm hoping the whole team members at Third Phase Moon, maybe we could reach out to that airport in Montreal and see if the tower captured anything.
That would be fantastic. Yeah, that's the next step. Let's do that. You know, one of us can do it and see if there's any other news, because these pictures they're mind-blowing because of the way they're situated, and it doesn't look like it's fake. If it is, I would be shocked, but unless it's friends that are trying to, make something bigger than it really is, or trying to get their name out there, or trying to build a channel, I don't know. I want to hear from somebody. I have to talk to somebody or see another source that is actually talking about it. Was it on the news in Montreal? Did other sources come in? We're going to find out maybe tomorrow. So a lot more work to do on this because of the way it's unique. It looks otherworldly. I mean, usually when we see things like this dramatic, we think, all right, that's got to be a fake or CGI, or somebody's, pulling the wool over our eyes. And I'm not sure yet. I'm more on the positive side that this really happened because of the photos.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Rich. And this kind of reminds me of the Jackhead Reservation over Manitoba, Canada, when there was kind of a report of a major crash. And they were told in that neighborhood of the Jackhead Reservation to be quiet, not say anything about what they experienced. But, we were hearing that they were actually taking cameras away from the people over there, and were told to keep their mouths shut in regards to this, event, this crash over there in Manitoba on this Indian reservation. Now this comes up, and hopefully we could get different sources, but I might have a feeling that the people within that area might come across maybe the same kind of action. And regards to silencing the people over there. Let's just say this. If this video is in fact real, and these multiple photographs from different sources, it seems to me some of these people are in different situations, different locations. Maybe they're strangers, maybe they're not, but it really leads to something that we got to get to the bottom of. And it's interesting to look at these photographs even closer to see the detail. I see some of these lights behind the trees. This would be hard to manipulate, especially if it was coming out within real time. What's crazy is that this video came out, and then immediately hours later from different sources, these photographs were taken, which leads to me to that this is a possible event that actually happened.
You know, I can only echo what you just said and add that the one with the trees is the one that's getting me really excited, because it looks like it's not at the airport. It looks like there's an apartment building, and then you're literally under a tree looking up through a little opening in the tree with all these branches crossing in front of it. To do that with CGI and have the effect that I see in these pictures, and this picture especially, is really very hard to do. And this lighting looks right to me. You could even see it looks like it's foggy. So at this picture that I'm looking at, there's some break in the clouds, and you can see how it's lighting up the clouds itself. So it's an interesting picture, other than it being under a branch, and some branches and above a building. It looks like it's there. It's beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. What I like about these photographs is actually the hue of the color. In regards to the video itself, they match perfectly. So the light seems very consistent. And like you say, to have this image, if it were CGI or Photoshop, it'd be hard to replicate this behind all these branches and buildings and the refractions of lights and multiple angles. But now looking back more at this video, it's interesting. You can see the person who's shooting it. He's panning, or she, up and down. These lights seem to be in the proper position in the sky in relation to the motion of the camera. So I would have to maybe look at this a little closer, and maybe tomorrow we'll even go back onto this video and even do more enhancements, see if we could find out if this is legit. But right now we're looking at it, everything's kind of seeming to match up. Again, there's some issues with why we're looking at this, but then again, if these things are off-world vehicles, then again, you might have to think about their characteristics of flight, that they don't match our way of looking at these craft. They're not matching our ways of physics in the sky.
Oh, definitely not. They're moving very slow. And let's not forget, on one of these videos, it splits into three. So you have one light that splits into three. That's what forms the three lights. And that's why I was like, wait a minute, man, what's going on with this? And then the photos. So it's as if we're getting more evidence, because it is a very special event. So I think people are sending in their evidence. And when it splits into three, the only time I've ever seen that was in CGI or things that were too far away. You couldn't tell what you were looking at. I don't know, man. If this is legit, then, we're in for a ride, because I almost forgot to say, that light is in the sky. Now, let me tell you, there's an anomaly that happens when you record a light at night looking at the black sky. And even during the day, if you're aiming towards or near the sun or a bright light, you see a real tiny speck of light that is reflecting off of the lens on back to the frame. So you can see everything, and also this little dot. And I know you know about the dot, that wherever you move, that little dot will be all over the place. And we see this anomaly because that light is in the sky. It's not fake.
You hit the nail on the head right there, Rich, because I was kind of noticing the lens flare element. And, it's this thing that the optical lens from your phone picks up, or your camera, and it really moves in dynamic to the light in the sky, and it's doing exactly that. So that alone represents something in reality, that it's really there. And to try and fake this light refraction in perfect time with the camera movement, that would be hard to do. This definitely, in my opinion, makes me believe that this optical refraction makes it that it's captured within the camera, not manipulated afterwards. So again, I was about to dismiss this video off in the beginning because it almost looked too good to be true. I understand the theory where you're saying it separated into three, and we kind of only see these in these computer generated apps like Fox News is using, but we still need to see more. We need to find out from that airport in Montreal, and hopefully the tower noticed something. Maybe you could get some eyewitnesses. This story is developing right now, but we wanted to cover it right here at Third Phase of Moon. So your thoughts, Rich? Do you think that this Montreal airport will get back to us? I know we asked you to reach out to Southwest Airlines. They were able to give us some information. What's your thoughts on the country of Canada, Montreal's airport? You think they're going to be cooperative with America?
Yeah, I really don't know. I've never called them or interacted with them, so we'll find out. I have a feeling that I'm not going to get any information, but as far as this video goes, I just wanted to add one more thing that I forgot to say, is that they're so short. If you're videotaping something as important as this, with breaking up into three orbs and just starting to take off, why don't we see the end of the video? What happens? And that to me is, I don't like it, is what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely.
I just wanted to go on record to say that because they are short. We don't get a full story on these videos. Seems like we're just getting a part of it. And to me, I feel like I'm being set up for something, either to fail or for something incredible. Or maybe that person couldn't show us. Maybe they had to stop the camera. But yeah, I wish it was longer. I mean, you can only get so much sometimes, but I'll take what I have. I like what I'm seeing. I like the different angles, the different places with the pictures. The video is really cool because of the light reflection, that lens flare thing. And there's a lot of positives to this, more than negative. So I can't wait to see if I can get through to the airport tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to have all the team members try and hit them up and hopefully get some reaction back. And as you're saying, Rich, it's interesting. As far as being set up, I'm not sure if this is the case, but again, we're just putting out the information as fast as possible. We're analyzing this, and if it turns out to be some kind of jerk trying to set anybody up, well, that's their problem. We're just trying to put this out. But as your point too, maybe Espresso News wants to tease the public in regards to some of this video that they have. And sometimes journalists do this, and major media does it all the time. They only put out a little, and then they come out with a massive exclusive reveal. But we need more public videos out there. There's got to be other people out there that's captured this. And if there is a confirmation from public without any Espresso affiliation, we got to find out who these people were that took these photographs. And if we do, then we could absolutely say this is legit. But at the moment, we're still kind of on the fence, but we wanted to cover it because there are aspects to this video that seems and has this dynamic that it reveals that it could be real. So there's a lot of aspects. So that's what we're doing right here at Third Phase of Moon. Appreciate Rich from GoofOn joining us. Any last words?
No, I said it all, man. I just hope it's legit. And when I say set up, not us, I mean, I'm just saying set up for failure, set up for it's a lie. I made this video. I don't want any of that. I don't think we're gonna have bad news. I feel positive about this one. There's been a lot of good stuff lately with the lights in the sky, big motherships over Uruguay. I mean, this is unbelievable. Could be a sign of things to come.
Absolutely. I got a feeling it's not the end in regards to these kind of incredible sightings, right, Rich? There's so much stuff coming in right here at Third Phase of Moon. Right. It's crazy on a continuous basis. So I urge everybody who's watching right now, share this link with your friends on your social media platform. Tell them Third Phase of Moon's bringing the content, bringing the breaking news as fast as possible with a team that's incredible. We got Doc Skinner from 1028 Productions, Dr. J from Dr. J Radio Live, Dark Hour from Michael from Dark Hour Paranormal, and Alex Dershowitz, including my brother Brent, and don't forget, Rich from Goof On, man. Appreciate you chiming in on this incredible breaking news. You have a good night. Be safe, Rich.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. And I want to thank everybody who joined us tonight on this live premiere. Appreciate you guys, all the support. Really appreciate it. It's been my pleasure. Blake Cousins, keep your eyes on the skies. We'll see you next time.
I think it's terrifying. I mean, this seems potentially like one of the biggest stories of my lifetime. And I don't care if it's about UFOs or whatever you call it. Something that we don't understand is getting very close to our military aircraft.
The technologies related to energy generation should come out first.
This hybrid aerospace underwater craft is able to basically generate an electromagnetic field.
It is President Trump's belief that the United States must remain as dominant in space as we are on land and sea and the air. And your charge is to see to that mission with the United States Space Force.
There were 3 people on my team assassinated, and I was almost killed.
With a lot of people that would like to know what's going on.
It's a matter of national security.
But apparently, just recovered are off-world vehicles not made on this Earth.
The president will respond to the subject the way they want them to. There's a black box with all the technologies that would give us a civilization that's sustainable, peaceful, etc., and that's been around for decades.
Everybody's asking the biggest question in the world. Are we alone?
Look, it's just stalled out there.
The narrative that's being launched, which is a false narrative, is that we're not alone and that those civilizations are a threat. The problem is that the public has to be informed and involved.
It could be a brief statement saying, hallelujah, I'm finally vindicated.
I'm not completely convinced they're gonna let this stay like it is.
But the people who are surrounding that level of our politicians and government are not told. Like the movie Independence Day, where Will Smith, let's go kick alien butt.